Good morning, my dear student. This is Preeti Mukherjee. Welcome to the online class of Shri Ram Public School. Today we are going to discuss the remaining chapter, chapter 5, and the name of this chapter is Industries. And today's topic is classification of industry on the basis of size. So, in previous class we have discussed that what is industry. We have learned that what is industry and why we. And then in the last class actually we have discussed the classification of industry on the basis of raw material. And today we are going to discuss the classification of industry but on the basis of the size. We have already discussed that when we are talking about on the basis of the raw materials, then the classification should be a different kind of classification. And when we are talking about the classification on the basis of size, then the industry will be classified on the different kind of things. In the basic of the raw materials, we can find that three type of industries. That is agro-based industry, then the mineral-based industry, and the next the marine-based industry. What is agro-based industry? Which industry are directly related with the agriculture? That's the cotton, textile, vegetable oils, directly directly connected to the um, agriculture. And then mineral-based industry means which is directly used or which is directly connected with the mineral ores. That kind of industry is called the mineral based industry. And what is marine based industries? Those industries which are directly connected with the ocean or sea products. Ocean or sea products. I mean the products from the sea and or the ocean as a raw material. That industries are known as marine based industry. Suppose that I gave that example, that salt industry or that fish oil, also seafood also. All these are example of the marine based industry. But this classification is totally based on the raw material, based on the raw material. If in the examination the question will come like this, that classified the industry with the basic of the raw material, then you have to write that three type of industries are there. One is agro based industry, two is mineral based industry, and three is marine based industry. And you have to give the example also, and the meaning also. All these things you have to write. But if the question has come like this, that classified the industry with the basic of the size, then the answer will be different. And today we are going to discuss on this basic on the size. In the basic of the size, the industries are divided into two parts. One is small scale industry and another one is large scale industry. Small scale industry, whenever we see this name, whenever we heard this name, we can understand that those industries are uh, worked in a very small scale. And when we are talking about the large scale industry, means those industry which are worked or which are connected with the in the large scale. So small case industry means cottage or the household industry are the type of the small scale industry. So that cottage industries, that household industry, these are the example of the small case industry. In the small scale industry, we The product or and the manufactured the product are make by the hand. All the scale industries, all the things, the most of the products are made by the hand. So that's why in this industry do not use the heavy technology or higher kind of technology. They do not need this, and they produce not a large amount of product. नाम सुनते ही हम लोगों को ये सब पता चल जाता है. So let's see what we can learn on this chapter. देखो बुक में क्या लिखा हुआ है कि cottage or household industries are the type of the small scale industry. These are the example of the small scale industries where the products are मैन्युफैक्चर्ड बाय हैंड. हाथ से बना होता है. स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री में ज्यादा से ज्यादा हाथ से बना होता थे बाय द आर्टिशियंस. जस्ट लाइक द examples are basket weaving, pottery and other handicraft are example of the cottage industry. जो रास्ते के सामने देखते हो ना कि जो बास्केट बना रहे हैं हाथ से, पॉटरी मिट्टी का कुछ भी बना रहे हैं, कुछ पॉट्स वगैरह, तो pottery and other kinds of handicrafts also are the example of the cottage industry, the small scale industry. And small scale industry use lesser amount of the capital. बहुत सारा पैसा की जरूरत नहीं होता है यहाँ पर इंडस्ट्री के लिए. तो so the small scale industry use the lesser amount of capital and technology also. So in this small scale industry, I have already told you this. In this industry, we do not need that heavy technology. We do not need the rocket science things. So they do not need to use in this. Do not need to use a heavy type of technology in this industry. Means in the small scale industries, as compared to the large scale industry. Large scale industry produce large volume of productions, investment of the capital is higher, and the technology used is superior in large scale industries. ये तो होगा ही, नाम ही है large, तो capital भी ज्यादा होगा, टेक्नोलॉजी भी यूजेस ज्यादा होगा, प्रोडक्शन जो होगा वो भी ज्यादा होगा. So everything is so big or so large. Silk weaving, just examples are silk weaving and the food processing industries are the small food processing small scale industries. Productions of the automobile and heavy machinery are the large scale industries. So these are some difference between small scale industry and large scale industries. So this is very easy also. Small scale industry, I'm repeating once again that in the small scale industry, I mean the cottage industry, the household industry is known as a small scale industry. Here everything is used basically by hand, so no need to use the heavy technology and the heavy amount of the capital also. And but on the other hand, in the large scale industry, they need the large volume of productions. They produce the large volume of productions, not the need. They produce the large volume of productions or products, large volume of products, and they use. They no need to. Extremely sorry. They use the heavy amount of technology, and examples are that machinery industry, automobile industries. These are the example of the large scale of industry. And the silk industry, basket weaving industry, or any handicraft industries are the example of the small scale industry. So these is the classifications on the basis of the size. And in the next class we will discuss on the basic of the ownership, classification of the industry on the basic of the ownership. वहाँ पर classification अलग होगा. So you have to remember all these things. Don't miss it out. If the question has come that write the classifications on the classification of the industry on the basic of the raw material, then you should write that there are three kind of classifications. One is mineral based industry, two is marine based industry, and third one is agro based industry. But on the basic of the size, this industry, the industry are two type of industries are there. I mean the small scale industry and the large scale industries. And to give some example and classified it very carefully. So I hope all of you can understand. If you have any doubt, and you can ask me, you can call me also, or you can message me on my WhatsApp number also. Okay, till that, stay safe and stay. Bye.